Wagner, I guess, described it as the apotheosis of dance, and certainly in the last one as well, he really, it's one of these. It's not that tarantella rhythm, but you can imagine like the whipping into a frenzy kind of thing, getting into a frenzy, because it's so insistent and relentless in that energy that's you can't get off the train, right? You can't get off the train once it's going until the end, and you will be jubilant, you will be happy, you will have energy, and it's a fantastic thing. And how he kind of builds from the opening, this kind of majestic opening where you really don't see that coming at the end. And of course, the first one has this lilted kind of dance, and then you also have the gravity of the slow movement, which is not super slow, but where there's just this hypnotic motive that courses through, and that's almost something that you could say about the symphony as well. It's just that each rhythmic element is repeated in this kind of hypnotic way, whether and it just kind of builds on you, whether it's before you have that in your system without even knowing it. And the same thing at in the slow movement or the slower movement, and so I think it's it really arrests listeners from the very first chord and carries them through to the very last chord in a it's kind of a magical arc. The outer movements are joyous. The first one more obviously lyrical than the last movement, but there's a lot of play. There's a lot of playfulness, and joy, and but it's almost like I just played it recently. I was just kind of thinking it's almost like a toccata in a way, the outer movements, because of the enjoyment of play of touch, and the all the figurative elements, but there's a real kind of celebration of the ability to do to create beauty and create joy and harmonious sounds, and it's a little mini celebration of that. I think it's different from most of the other concertos in that sense. There's always that in Mozart, but this is sort of again, it's the theme of persistence. It's through and through, but in the outer movements, and then you have this island in the middle, island of longing. But every instance, every program, even if it were the same program, is a new organism. It's the energy around a circumstance. So it's the musicians are different, the interaction of the musicians, how things sound in a space, and So, in I prepare, um, you prepare, and then, um, sort of ready to, it sounds stupid, but just sort of ready to make music, so absorb, relate to, understand what's happening, what it sounds like, how it matches up with what I'm hoping to hear, um, and whether it's different and better than what I was hoping to hear, or whether it needs to be molded more to what I was thinking. Um, and that goes, and so I mean, it's great because uh, whether and that's true whether I'm playing or conducting. There's certain um, sounds that we expect to hear in certain places, and maybe at a certain point I'm playing something and the orchestra does something. It's like, oh, that's cool. Sometimes it's like, oh well, uh that's interesting, but maybe moderate that, or maybe not, don't do that. But um yeah, so every I don't know how to, it's all, whether it's, I mean, they're different things for sure, but whether it's conducting or playing, it's all making music, and that's kind of what um I guess that's what I focus on. That's what I think about. That's what I am excited about. You know, uh, every day.